Psych. Little thumbnail action, as you've seen probably 1,000 times. Anyway, folks, if you want to watch this, you want to hear something that you might not have heard, but you may have, I don't know. I don't know who you know, or who maybe you are. But I'm going to tell you something that a lot of people don't even know. Never even heard of, probably. And I never mentioned this, of what I did, but if you hang around a few minutes, you'll find out. And if you don't, I understand. Peace out. Have a good day. But when I was right out of high school, I had a friend of mine that I grew up around, and he was a couple years older than me, and he worked in a local funeral home where I grew up. Well, the guy that run the funeral home, my family was close friends with him, very close, growing up. And so I was kind of used to it. I'd already been in there before and seen it. Probably knew a lot more at a grade school, high school level than any other kid or anybody, because usually you don't see that area of the funeral home. You just don't. One, you're not really permitted to, for various reasons. But when I got out of high school, I thought, when I started going in and watching the procedure done, I thought, hey man, this is the ticket. This is a trade that will never go away. And maybe I can own one day. Because, I mean, this guy did probably 38, 40 people a year when I was growing up, which is hardly nothing, but he was freaking rich, man. I mean, you talking about somebody back in the late 80s that was well over several millions of dollars rich. That was good money back in those days. Very good money. But anyway, proceeded on, went to school. I had to go to school for 9 months in Louisville, Kentucky, to get my funeral director's and embalmer's license. And you had to have 2 years of apprenticeship, which I took my apprenticeship along before I went to school, half of it. So I was already halfway through my apprenticeship when I went to school. Now, you have to, if you don't have at least, I think, 2 college credits, you have to go, and it's 12 months and 2 college credits. And if you don't have the 2 college credits, then you go 16 months for this particular school. And you go through all the school part of it, anatomy and all your classes, chemistry and I mean everything, trig, the whole 9 yards. You do pretty much all of that. And there, you even have to work any funeral home in the local area. You have to put in so many hours in that. And I'll tell you why that was important. I had a gentleman that was with me in the class, and if he had not been working in a said area in the Louisville area or Indiana area, he wouldn't have known this and spent a bunch of money to go to school and then couldn't do it because he was allergic to the chemical and he passed out from it. And so that was the end of his school for him. But he wouldn't have known it because he hadn't even served his apprenticeship. He was going to do it after school. And I'd tell anybody, if you were going to do this kind of business or your kids was interested in this, there's money in it. Way more than there was when I started. Triple. You can make 6 figures now in the right place, just starting. And it's something that'll never be taken over by AI or anything else. No, there's just no way. This is a personable job. It has to be done that way. Now, it's changed a lot since when I started. Many, many, many parts. But I never brought this up in any of my videos. I just felt it wasn't important because it's something I did just for a short time in my life. But I have done it throughout the years because I helped a couple of funeral homes local that when they get really busy, I would go and help dress, makeup, getting people, or do in the whole ritual, if needed to be, because it was a needed position, and there's not a whole lot of people. But I worked in a mortuary service, and which we did over 1,000 in a year. That's about 11 a day, 12, between 11 and 12. That's 2.5, 3 hours a person, and that's if it's not a post or something, which is somebody that's had an autopsy performed, that you have to go to state, and even Louisville or Frankfort, Kentucky, and pick them up. So, with that being said, I worked during COVID because they got exceptionally busy. So, at this time, was over with the job that I did after I got injured in my back. I had 3 back surgeries. So, had that. A car hit me head on a motorcycle when I was a teenager, and how I'm still here, there's only one reason. That's because the good Lord wasn't ready for me yet. It broke both of my legs in 2 places, broke so many other bones. I mean, I don't. It was bad. I just about died. So, praise the Lord, I lived and got to see the majority of my life this far. But anyway, my mom was called to the end of her life as soon as COVID started in the hospital. They were clearing the wing out she was in to bring in COVID patients as they progressed. In Lexington, Kentucky, one of the big hospitals. And I didn't see anybody coming in then because they hadn't opened it yet. But it had just started. So when they sent my mom back, they sent her back with hospice because she had Alzheimer's. And I'd been taking care of her for 2.5 years. I took care of her 24/7. And I had a lady, and well, actually 2 ladies. One lady was part-time and the other one was full-time, that helped me. That gets very, very expensive quickly. Your money will disappear like that, and you won't even know. It's that quick. So, but anyway, took her back to the nursing home, and but I couldn't take her because you only want to be able to do certain things for your mother, being a man, and any man on here will understand what I'm talking about. I'd done more than I wanted to do many, many times, but it was just the way it was. But she required care that I couldn't give no more, because hospice, medications, and things I couldn't do. They had to be called in to do it because of her situation. So anyway, she went back there and she lived for about 4.5 months. But she never spoke. She never was awake. Never ate. I think the only thing she drank was like a thick water, and she might have been able to get. She wasn't on the IV. She wasn't on oxygen. She wasn't on nothing. But they wanted to give her a shot. And you're not gonna believe this. I'm sitting here, and I just watched a hawk just kill something, and on the line. That is crazy. I just watched him fly up there, and whatever he's got it, his talons up there. Crazy, man. First time I've ever seen that. And I've been in the woods a lot. Anyway, on with what I was saying. She had a call at the end of life. I had to go in every day, suit up, just like I would if I was going to work doing what I just said. Nobody on the visitors book but me. Place was completely locked down, and everybody knows how it was then. People lost their jobs, their livelihoods. It's crazy. And I know a lot of people passed away, a lot of people died. I've seen a lot of certificates. I've seen people literally, forget that, let me just say this. Anybody that lost their job over this, period, no matter what you was doing, are you business or your livelihood, this guy, they got in there now, trying him, he don't need to go to jail. He needs a tall tree and a short piece of string. And I think that's too good for him. One of them. The noggin. Save everybody a lot of money. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. But that's the way I feel about it. Because he caused a lot of heartache and a lot of bad things. And if you've seen it from my side, you're seeing it from whatever side you're seeing it from. And if you worked in the medical field, you know where I'm going. You already know. But I did. When my mother passed away, I started helping for 2 years almost. Especially for the first 6 or 7 months that this was going on. Every certificate I seen come in, I guarantee you out of 10, 9.8 of them, and what I mean is, that's mathematically, had a list of death. What's that? C word. That was the cause of death. When they had pancreatic cancer, stage 4 of something else. Clearly you're looking at them. Anybody in the medical field, or if you've had somebody pass away from that, the transformation their body takes is totally different. That didn't do that to you. You look like a skeleton from what you used to look like. I get pictures to go by to do makeup and stuff from somebody that weighed 80 to 100 pounds more. I can't make them look like that. Nobody can. It's impossible. So, but the things I seen, these people are wretched. I can't tell you what I want to tell you because it would not go over. But what I can tell you is I would pull something out like as big as a kite string, little less. That was anywhere from an inch to 13 inches long, like liquid plastic. That would stop my valves that I had to empty and restart. Like jail. Not just once. Anybody that had had the shot, I probably, out of 10 people that had had that, yep. So I can't believe that they talk so many people into doing such a thing. And if you took it, I'm not trying to bash on you because you was doing what you thought was right at the time. And everybody's got a right to choose. But I'm not going to be pushed it on me. I never wore a mask anywhere. I never wore one or here. I'd have people, Kroger's, look at me all funny. Want to say something. One lady did one day. And I told her to mind her damn business. That you got yours on, so don't worry about it. And I wasn't participating in it. In any way was I participating in it. And still wouldn't. If it takes me out, then hey, it's my time to go. It was my time. And I made the decision. So, whatever. But folks, these people took away people's livelihoods that still don't have them back. I know people today that are still struggling every day because they lost everything they had. Their homes, their business. But all these other places can stay in business. You tell me a nightclub and a nudie bar that men go in and this woman sitting here, she's going from dude to dude to dude, or woman to dude, or whatever, slobbering on each other. You think that this thing can get passed around that way? No, because it was about money. That was what it was about. And everybody knows it. I'm not telling you something you don't know. And if I am, I'm glad I'm helping you out a little bit. Because every place got to stay open, but you couldn't get a damn haircut. But you could go to Lowe's, you could go to Walmart, put your mask on and all your gear, and you could go to a titty bar. You could go get something to drink. You could go eat. But you could take your mask off and say, okay, time out. Sickness. I'm going to eat now. Then, after you get done eating, okay, we back go again, but put it back on. Same thing in planes and stuff. And I never have understood it. It wasn't to understand. It was to dumb everybody down and make everybody feel like a fool. That's what it was. It was stupid. And I'm sorry if I make somebody mad. I really don't care, man. It was dumb. It screwed all of us up. You shut a whole damn country down for weeks. We've never recovered. That was just the starting of the end. In March, before they even shut this country down, everybody I told and seen, I told them what I thought. We will never be the same again. This is the end, the beginning of the end. Everybody looked at me like I was nuts, except for a few people. I said, what doesn't happen now, it'll take it maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but eventually it's going to catch up with everybody. What's it doing now? Yeah, it's a war. But we are not just seeing high prices now, folks. These high prices have been coming since 2020. We're just seeing the effects of what happened 6 years ago. It was inevitable it was going to happen. You give away all this money and all these people come into the country and getting all these big checks and money from everything. You think that money's going to it's going to be paid back some way? Hell, everybody was stealing. Everybody in Congress, everybody in the whole damn judicial system was stealing. It ain't just one. Everybody was. And I don't care what anybody says. That's exactly what it was. That's why we're sitting here today, going to the grocery store, getting 2 bags of, well, it might not even be food. I'm getting ready to go in here right now. It's right behind me. I'm getting ready to go in there right now and buy something. And prices have went up again on everything. Our fuel's $3.45. That's what I just paid for my fuel just a while ago in this truck. So, folks, I'm gonna tell you something. This has been coming on since this started in 2020, and now all this stuff's going on overseas. If you listen to one person, they tell you that we got 62% of the oil here and in Venezuela, which we control supposedly now. So if we control 62% of it, why is it so damn high everywhere here? Because we don't have refineries, they say. Why don't we? Because you all won't pass the damn bills to get it done because you all wanted something else to come in here. And I don't have anything against electric vehicles. If you want to own one, have at it. Buy 10 of them. That's the way I feel. You ought to be able to buy what you want. If that's what you want to do it. I'm not going to sit here and slander on you. That's your business. But you're not going to make me do it. Just like the shot, you're not going to make me take it. People say, well, you should. I don't care. They want to take it down, take it down. I don't give a shit. But I'm going to tell you, folks, we got duped. We got duped to the highest extent. And we're paying the ultimate price right now. All this war's not helping nothing. But the billions and billions and billions that we've given away. Given hundreds of millions of dollars to the Taliban for 10 years. And who knows if we still are or not. And then left 40 some or 80 some billion, whatever it was over there, just walked off and left it. What a debacle, man. Makes me ashamed. I lost a lot of good friends. And a lot of people I know. Not just friends. I got a buddy right now. He's got part of one arm. And it does almost as much as what I do. You're talking about somebody with some grit. I give it to him, boy. He's never given up. And there are people that are scarred for the rest of their lives. Not only just from that, but from what's been going on the last 6 years. You think all these people here running around buying food and buying gas is getting on this every day, getting on YouTube and spilling all this stuff just like I am right now. Ranting and raving and all this stuff. This is an outlet. I don't care if anybody watches me or not. This is my outlet when I get built up inside. I got to say it somewhere, so why not say it on here? I don't get dirty and filthy and nasty about stuff or call people names or anything like that. I want to, but I'm not going to. Because we're not supposed to do that. We got one judge. In my life. Anyway, it might not be yours, but it is in mine. And I hope it is in yours. But, that again, that's your choice. That's something you're going to have to live with, not me. So, I guess what I'm going to say in finishing here is this. When I was doing this, I was told to keep my mouth shut. That's what I was told. Shut your mouth. I didn't have to sign anything, and I thought I was going to have to, and if it would have, I wouldn't have done it. Yeah, the money was good. But my mom lived for 5 months, and they wanted to give her that damn thing. And I had to fight them. I was her POA, and they couldn't do nothing unless I said to. Because my mom was smart enough to keep my ex-wife and my brother's ex-wife from getting the property I have. Because she put it in a living trust so nobody could take it or do anything with it by what she said. And folks, when you sit here and watch all this go on, like we have, and we have all this stealing, people from other countries. If you noticed, almost in every state, we have a certain bank group of people that's took over on every state in our country. What do you think all these fighting age males coming in this country was going to result in? What do you think they were doing it for? No women. There was some. But it was mostly fighting age males. They were building their own army. And they still may have it. How do we know? A lot of things are fixing to happen, folks. You better strap down, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. And we ain't even seen just the beginning of what it's going to be, folks. This is going to get flipping crazy. We're 4 weeks without of gas is what we got from what they estimate. And the food. People can't keep up. People can't keep up with food. Unless you have just got an excess of money. And I'm talking about excess of money. I'm talking about a lot of money. A lot of money. Not just a couple $100,000. A couple million at least. Setting back that you don't even have to touch. That's where you got to be at now. Because I can tell you right now, it's tough on anybody. All of my meat, I buy none of it from here. Not a stitch. None. And I'm going to be just like Tim. Dadgummit, that ain't the way it ought to be. That's the senator in Tennessee that probably everybody's seen. He's founded the word dadgummit. I've said it my whole life, but it's just now gotten heard by him. So, I'm going to tell you, folks, everybody's telling everybody to go out and get this, get this, get this, and get this. It ain't going to matter. Best thing you can get is have all the water that you can get yourself. That's safe. Get you some tablets. Look some stuff up and get that. Your food, get what you can get. But people can't hardly afford to buy the food that they have to have right now to eat, let alone a year from now or 6 months from now. How long do we have? I'm not going to sit here and elaborate on something that's stupid, because nobody knows how much time we got to do anything. I'm just telling you that it's going to get worse than what it is. And I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, because I hate to even say it. But if I didn't say it, I'd be sitting here lying about it. You can sit here and make your videos, and some of these people are, and acting like nothing's happening and begging for money. That's another thing. These people that does all these reaction videos, and now you sit here and watch, there's YouTubers now that's, since this one guy got caught, now they're going around trying to catch all these other YouTubers and turn everybody out of what they've done in their past, that they've gotten in trouble, or they've gotten a DUI, if they've been put in jail for, essays. One, I've made a video and said, find out who you're watching, who you follow. And I mean it. You need to. Unless you just don't care. If you don't care, then don't worry about it. But people, all these other YouTubers now going around trying to dig up dirt on other YouTubers and throw them up here in front of everybody that's got these bigger followings, or people don't want to talk about it. Any of it, because they act like nothing's even happening. I see some of these people that act like nothing's happening. They go to my merch store and get a shirt or cup, or or join my members only, or buy me a cup of coffee, or they got something. They got something. And I'll tell you what, if YouTube, I've said it before, if YouTube tries to make me put something up, I'll quit. I'm not doing it. I don't do this for no money. If somebody wants to like my video or watch it or subscribe or share it, that's your business. You can if you want. Everybody knows the routine. I don't have to tell you anything. They want you to tell everybody this. That is in their little thing. They want you to tell everybody. I'm not telling you nothing. If you want to watch me, you can watch. And I'm not being aggressive or mean. I'm just saying, if I want to watch somebody, I watch them. If I don't, I don't. Period. It's simple as that. If I like somebody, what they say, I'll watch. I don't watch every video. I don't watch every video anybody puts out, because it's most of the time it ain't got nothing to do with what I want to see, and I'm not gonna watch it if I don't like it. Simple as that. I got a buddy, and he is a buddy, older guy, and he has a YouTube channel. Been around since 08 or 09. Him and his son. Big tall guys. And they deal with these things. So they're not monetized anymore. But they have over 8 million subscribers. But they still make money because of the other 2 channels they have. But up until they got booted off of YouTube or got unmonetized, they were making $100,000+ a month. And that ain't off of any kind of deals for sponsorships or merch deals or anything like that. That was just straight off of views and subscription and likes. That's it. I mean, millions of views. They was getting millions of views. Some of them still reach, a lot, but not like they used to be, because they've been unsubscribed. They've unsubscribed people from them and all that. We all know all this. So, but anyway, folks, this is over 30 minutes. I appreciate it. I'm going to do another one on this. I'm going to do one on some food. I'm going in and do some shopping, and I'm going to see what the food's come up to in my area, and I'll let you know what it is. So, do a little short video here again when I come back out with my food and see where we're at on, because I buy pretty much the same thing. Like I said, I get all of my stuff from my house, especially all my vegetables right now. My chickens and all that stuff comes from another place, and eggs, but all my beef comes from me. And a lot of my neighbors buy theirs from me as well, or from other people around, because there's more than me that does it where I live. That's pretty much everybody around out where I'm at. So there's a lot of selection. But thank you, folks. If you stayed this long to watch, I appreciate it. I'll do a little short one, like I said, on food. But if this gets some views about what I just talked about, or anybody wants to hear about it a little bit more, I got a lot more. I got more things than I can say on here than I just have. But we'll see how this one goes first. So anyway, thanks. I hope you all have a great day and great evening, whatever you're going to do. And God bless you. Thanks for watching.